Hey everybody. Everybody behind the back people in the top aisle, all the people on the bottom, all the people on the left. Over there on the right. I see you. There it is. Everyone is cool. Everyone is fine. We're gonna sing some songs and become friends. Art club is in. Bad news is out. Everyone is safe in terrible drought. Art club, art club, art club, art club. Art is fun, art is great. When no one's watching, I piss in the lake. I eat my food and bend my rules. I play with my friends and just talk some shit. Art club, art club, what the hell? Art club, art club. I'm gonna draw some stuff, I'm gonna draw some things when no one's looking or when they're staring at me. At the art club, it don't matter if you're dead or alive, as long as you're free. Art club, art club, art club, art club. Who am I? Art club, art club, art club, art club. That was a song I wrote about 12 minutes ago. I forgot what it was called. I don't think it has a name yet. Maybe I could call it Hamburguesa y papas fritas. I don't know. No sé. Hello, everybody. I have a big piece of paper on this big, huge clipboard, and I'm gonna start drawing something on it. Cause I just came to say hello, because one of my other friends are live. You do it. You go, girl. Literally, in this case, you go, go, go. Thank you for stopping by, though. You're a darling. So, with a page like this, I usually start small. And I'll usually just start with something over here. This is a brand new Sharpie A. It's the blue edition, which came out in 1906. The ink is that of a 23-year-old Picasso. So, you know, these pens Sharpie A, they're from France, straight out of the moose's mouth, so to speak. And here we are. It's ultra fine point. A little circle right there. You can barely see it, but it's like there it is. Oh, it's like a comet. That's how one of my drawings starts. So, how's everybody else doing? Bye, Rose. Hello, Raphael. Is your clock still ticking? I hope mine is. I just thought I would start a new big drawing. That way I'm always, but on the same 19 by 24 inch page pad that I get these pages from. I can't talk very well today, maybe. Unlike other days. Right. But I figure it's important to start small on these big ones. Let me get a little bit closer there. I don't know how well it's focusing, or if it is at all, but we'll give it a shot. There we go. Something really tiny and kind of funny. Funny looking. You just want to point at it and giggle. Sneer. I love that word. Sneer. Honey, what did you do today? Oh, I sneered. Oh, good. Good answer. Damn fine answer. You're my fine answer? Yes, I am. But that was a damn fine answer, is what I was trying to say. Mm-hmm. Well, of course, you got to remember this was back in the 1950s when this scenario apparently took place. Even though I just made it up on the spot right now, it's very old. Very sexist. Or as they called it back then, role-playing. It's crazy the different levels of so-called freedoms in this country that people thought that they had or have. People call it the land of the free, and they celebrate it as if it is, instead of fighting truth to power. Well, that's what I'm drawing anyways. Lines in the sand. And just like everything, this will dry up, wither away, or burn in a fire with all the rest of my pieces. And then what will I have to show? What does anybody have to show once everything's gone? And that's who you are when that happens. That's why it's important to find out who you are as soon as possible, or at least to get on the track of knowing thyself. If anything, on this channel, I hope that I promote that at least. To know thyself, and to know that that's the greatest freedom of all, is to be able to find out who you really are, even if it's not what you were hoping. But to be on that path and be humble in the face of everything that happens around you. That's the hardest thing. Just to be humble. And to not just walk around and constantly just be saying, damn, I'm a badass. Holy shit, man, I'm fucking cool. God damn, I'm fucking cool. Shit. You know, it's just hard. It's hard to not want to walk around and do. I know, believe me. Believe me, friends. It's a long, hard road out of hell. But god damn, we look cool coming out, don't we? God, shit. Fuck. Oh. Some good shit. Yeah. But don't get cocky. Just stay humble. And don't forget, I carry a mirror with me everywhere I go. It's in my back pocket right now. I could sit on that thing all day and it wouldn't break. It's break proof. It's gonna show me my face anytime I need to see it. Believe me, you're gonna want one. I sell them. They're for sale in the description. Check it out. It's all there in the description. I promise you. I would never lie to you. Honey, what does it look like I'm drawing? Doesn't that look like a devil's wiener? No. I'm just starting. Here, I'll show you. Sorry, I keep hitting that thing. I'll show you the before and after. The before. Oh. Here we go. Ooh, here comes the storm. So, this, what you're looking at now, would be the before. Sorry, my camera's not that great. But this is the before. It's the same page, same tablet, the papers, right? The same paper. And then this is the after. So, after and before. That's what it looks like when I start them. That's all I'm trying to say. It's hard to know what I'm gonna ultimately draw because it's just, as somebody said, it's pretty easy because it's abstract. I think I know what they were getting at, but still, it was a little bit insulting. There's nothing easy about what I do. Have you ever held a gun in your hand? And have you ever had your finger on the trigger? And you ever felt the pressure, the responsibility of that responsibility? Well, I have. It was the 80s. Everyone was doing it. Sorry, that's like my catchphrase now. It was the 80s. You could never draw that? Why not? It just takes a little bit of time. And you just do what I'm doing right here, and you just draw little lines. And you just do this and have it kind of connect. And you can just start over here too, it doesn't matter. Scotty, you can do anything you want. Don't ever say you can't do anything, believe me. I used to think like that. I don't know how old you are. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say you are 14. I'm guessing. I'm just taking a wild guess. But yeah, don't ever sell yourself short, mate. Either way, you've got a long ways to go. If you're still breathing, there's always a chance of you doing some cool ass stuff. And it doesn't have to look like this, mind you. It can look like anything you want. As long as you're having a good time with it, you know? And it'll show. And I think it shows when people are making good art, when, you know, if they enjoy it or not. Pretty much otherwise you wouldn't do it. It's not like you're gonna go bowling if you don't like doing it, you know what I mean? Like bowling is well, it's bowling. I can't not say bowling like that either. It's really frustrating. I come from a long line of a family, a big old fat ass family of bowlers. And and it just makes me sick having to say bowling like that so often around all of them, because we still go bowling every once in a while, but I don't like going. But I'm not gonna go acting like I love it. I mean, it's an okay sport. Oh God, I almost couldn't say it right there. I almost choked on my own words. There's something to be said about that. The confusion is in the cards. The mistake is thinking it's a game. I have no idea what that means, but I think I read it in a fortune cookie once. It came out the back of somebody's head after they cracked it on the sidewalk and an egg fell out. Well, the egg cracked open and there was a note in it. And in the note it said, "Look behind you." And I looked behind me and there was somebody handing me one of them those little fortune cookies. And I took that fortune cookie and I cracked that little sucker open, and guess what it said? It said, "Look behind you again." And I did, and there was the devil. And I told that devil, I said, "You get behind me, Satan." And they're like, "Well, I was, but you turned around, you son of a bitch. Now you're facing me, what?" And I said, "You got a point, devil. You've got a point." And it said, "I've got two. One right here and right here," pointing at its horns, of course. And I said, "No, actually, you got three, sir. Two on the top and one on the bottom." He looked down instead of looking in the back, and that's how I fooled him and gave him a perfect wedgie and sent him back to the depths of Haiti hell. Hideous is what we called it back then, just to save time. Covered all the bases. Words matter, folks. Man, the pressure is upon us. Hallelujah, amen. I'm just here to draw. I'm not here to talk about the end of the world or nothing. That's for the normies to figure out. I'm here to do God's work. Chew bubble gum and kick some ass. And draw and stuff. Almost out of drawing. Bubble gum, kicking ass. Whatever. You know what I mean. I just like to draw. I'm here to draw. And play a random song every once in a while. And go on a random rant. Or 2 or 3. Every so often, every 3 minutes. And get threatened, caboodled, kittened, and all that stuff. Not really in that order. There is an order to these things. It's like going through the drive-thru. You just gotta wait your turn. Everything's gonna be okay. You ever think about that? How music is just one of the most important things. Without music, the universe wouldn't exist. And here we are. Sometimes we don't even think about it so much. We're just so used to music. But imagine a world without it. Well, there ain't no kind of world I'd ever want to live in. Well, just like a silent, musicless world? No. Just give me some chimes. Give me a little tambourine. Some breeze. The ocean going. A little rhythm. Little nature rhythm. One of them like nature CDs we go to sleep to. Where it sounds like the sky is falling, but it's some kind of yak and some gorillas off in the distance, hooting and hollering, having some kind of jungle party. I don't even know. But it sounds like fun to me, and who am I to judge? The point is, music is everything. Music is everywhere. We are musical little conductors. Literally, some of us are conductors. They conduct music. What the hell? And I'm just here to say that I think it's a wonderful thing that music is alive. Because without it, I think everything would just be a little bit much more boring. That's all. I'm not trying to stir things up. I'm just trying to tell it like it is. I think I started to hang. I do like flowers. I found this one. It was running away from me the other day. I caught it by its tail. I coiled the tail up and it died. I named it Jerry. Jerry the flower. Jerry, Jerry, the little yellow flower. Saved my life again at the bus stop yesterday. What the fuck? No, just hear me out. Stuck some guy in the head with his knife. Jerry murdered somebody. What are you talking about? This happened yesterday. I'm just trying to tell a story. Just bear with me. Okay, whatever. Jerry the little flower trying to get away. But I grabbed him and coiled his tail and he died in my arms. Jerry, Jerry, little yellow flower. Jerry, son of a bitch. You're just a little flower. That was based on a true story. I think it was an old World War II song, actually. They were talking about Jerry being Nazis. And they used to sing about some weird shit back then. everything was a code for this. And I mean, they're talking about, blueberry pie and apple cupcakes and stuff. And you know what they're really talking about? You know what? I mean, come on now. Get serious. Somebody get me some of that pie as well. Hey, Terry, can you get me some of that pie? Are they going to throw it away? I'll get you some, sir. Yeah. Thank you. Sorry, that's my producer. Hey, Jerry, you stay there. Bye. You little prick. I think the flower's always been trying to show me up. And who needs to be shown up when you got yourself to do it? And that's the whole thing. Sometimes all you gotta do is when they go out, when they tell you about the moonstrap, excuse me, pardon me, when they tell you about the bootstraps, they don't tell you what it really means. And what it really means is jelly beans. It just doesn't matter, folks. You'll figure it out when it happens to you. Don't go judging the people for the way they do it. Or do, whatever, it's completely up to you. If I had an answer for every nickel that I had spent along the way, along the road, of forgotten wisdom, well, I'd have about 3 pennies. I was never any good at math. Little nose there. It's windy outside. It's very windy. That'd be crazy if my house got brought up in a tornado and it was live as it happened. And then I went to another land of odds. Just everything was odd, And there was a wizard there. And he was very odd too. And then we all were odd together. And we were happy forever after. Hallelujah, amen. I think I just described the American dream. I ain't gonna lie, it sounded nice. Does anybody want some tea? Anybody want? You can't give everybody tea. I mean, what if one person said yes? What would you do? And nobody ever says yes. Somebody said yes to waffles the other day. You don't even remember who that was? Do you? Should I? I don't know. Should I? I asked you. I was asking you. It don't matter. I think I know who it was. I want to say it was Hugo. It probably was. Stiglitz? Yeah. It probably was Hugo. And he came out of nowhere and said it. He just came in and said, "I want waffles." And it just, well, sometimes the bar, it eats you, and sometimes you eat the buckaroo. You eat the buckaroo, or something like that. I don't know. Either way, somebody dies. And it's no fun. But that's why there's... Oh, my ride's here. That's why... Damn's the rules. Somebody just got pulled over. Or they're gonna raid my house. I mean, to be honest, this isn't even my house. I don't know whose house this is. I just break into the garages, steal their Wi-Fi. They would never know I was even here either, except that I leave turds in their toilet. But that's a whole nother... That's another channel, that's another page for a different time. Link in the description. Links in the toilet. Sausage links, Tootsie Rolls, I don't know. Poop, I'm talking about poop. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day. If you're listening to this, I really, really wish you the best, and I hope that your day is going splendid. Hello, G. We meet again. Have you brought your other friends to mess with me like you did last time? Where's your friend L and H? Huh? Capital L and H. Where are they? I mean, the knives are still in my back, mate. I can't even reach them to pull them out. I'm joking, of course. Absolutely 100% non-funnical. Not funny. They're not funny. Jokes. That's what you call bad jokes. I'm pretty good at those. I was raised in a desert. A very dry, humorless desert. It was the desert of humorless, bitter, angry white people. I am fluent in this technique, my friend. Except that I'm trying to fight it. Have you ever tried to fight something that's in your blood? In your very DNA? I guess I have. Probably in the past when I was a primate, and I was a caveman, and I was a hominoid, and I was a tree named Berkeley. Trees, man. They're alive, dude. And they're gonna kill us all. Don, I think you hit the nail in the head. You shot the squirrel in the brains. Yeah. You skull screwed a frickin' praying mantis. You absolutely you ate the head off of a male hermaphroditical hippo. I mean, I don't even know. I don't think anybody could have said it better. That's it. That's all. Mic drop. I mean, come on. Genetics. That's the thing, you know. I mean, I don't care what it is, man. I'm just tired of people blaming, like, you know, exactly like that you were just saying, like genetics, Gen X, like that's Gen X, right? Gen X, and the millennials, and the 1970 groups, and old Generation X, and boomers, and it's all these names that we don't need. We should just come together under one flag, like the ArtClub, you know, flag, and just send money to the link in my description, and all that stuff, and buy, you know, we have voodoo dolls, and just send me money and stuff. You know how that stuff is, how the world is. Gosh, just send me money. Gosh, yeah, art is so cool. My sister's gonna be here tomorrow. I'm acting goofier than usual. Most vicious hands I've ever seen in my life. I love it. People talk about my hands a lot, and I, for one, don't drink enough water. For two, I've been a working man my whole life, and for several years I was a dishwasher, and that will mess with your hands, and especially during COVID, You know, I was a, what do you call it? An essential worker, and you have to like use that alcohol in your hands every 2 seconds in like grocery store settings and stuff. Um, but then also I'm 123 years old, so yeah, very vomitious. They're also very old, very old. This forest is very old. How old is it? Very old. Wow, Legolas, you're 2,000 years old. Very colorful language. Very old. Very colorful. Shut up, Legolas. You should see the rest of me. I'm basically a walking cadaver at this point. I learned early on that if I was gonna blend in with the rest of them, I had to go this route. So I quit drinking water 13 years ago. No, well, no, I've never done tattoos. I can barely do commissions. Like I could probably get many gigs with commissions if I just knew how to, you know. Because even when I'm not live on YouTube, I just talk like this. I just make up voices and talk to myself. And who wants to sit next to somebody like that at the bus stop for hours? Come on now. Come on now. It That's not feasible. But it does earn me some views on YouTube. I have a channel called The Bus Stop Artist. It has 3 followers and I have a total of 5 viewpoints. It's gonna take off one of these days. I mean, I've been doing it for 17 years, but since YouTube was, well, it was in its very infancy. I don't know what happened to my voice. I do apologize. I drank a bunch of pepper juice earlier, so I think that's what's. I'm pretty sure that's what's kicking in right now. I should drink something. Oh my god, my freaking arms. Don't get young. Don't get young, people. Don't get young. Stay old as long as you can. As long as you can. Wait, I think I had that around. That was backwards. Is it too late? And then sometimes when I'm drawing something like this, hello, Scotty. If I mess up, it rained. It's Charpier. I know how you said it, even though you wrote it. And I don't take lightly to people that call it Sharpie. It's Charpier. It's French. It's from 1603. This is the batch. This is the first edition, there's a little teeny blemish on the R, on the little teeny R, but you can't see it because it's just. I'll never be able to prove it, just like you'll never be able to find the bodies, Scotty. And here we are again, the ancient dilemma. Oh, this is gonna be. Ooh, this is gonna be a. I can just tell you. I don't mind telling you, Scotty, where they are. Right? If you really want to know, I'll let you know. Just link in the description. Okay. All right. Thank you. Hello, Haven. All my friends are back. If Bono was here, he would say, "It's a beautiful day." And that song would like come crashing in. Crash into me. And I'll fall into you. Why do I talk like that? That'd be cool if Dave Matthews actually did stop singing and he was just like, "Hi, how's it going, everybody? I'm Dave Matthews. Hey." Because people sing like that. I have a different singing voice. I mean, check. I'm not one to talk. I mean, I definitely have a different voice when I sing versus like when I talk. I mean, listen to this. Hello, everybody. My name is Storie. Versus like when I regularly talk, I just talk like this. Everybody remembers Storie. So it's like a whole different thing. It's like all backwards and stuff. But I also can sing like this from time to time. Climbing the nose of mountains, Then sometimes I sing like this. Hey everybody, let's gather round. Let's go outside and go to town. Let's get behind the wheel and get all drunk and go behind the wheel and hit a tree trunk, my friends in the front yard, hitting and digging down, let's dig a dig. You know, that kind of stuff. So who knows and who cares? But it only takes one to think it all up. It only takes one to think it all up, friends. Imagine if there's two of us. All of us. Every single one of you. Imagine if there was two of you. How many bodies would be buried in the backyard then? I wasn't expecting that funny thing coming out my mouth, but it certainly did. Kind of like the last time I told somebody that I loved them. But the joke was ultimately on me, because after they left, I realized that I did love them. Anyways, let's keep drawing here. So this is what I was trying to stylize. I was doing a stylized version of a very snowy day on a mountaintop and during an avalanche. So this is my version of like what an avalanche would look like. Okay. What do you think, Flower? Oh god damn, Flower, you smell like death. I love that smell. I have a candle that smells like that. You smell great. So, and then maybe I could just start something over here. Cause I want to. Just a little weird shape. Something to work with. And then I could just draw a circle behind that. And then another circle like that. And fill that in. There we go. And fill this in. I pretty much like to shade as I go. Once I get a general idea, I'll lay it out with my little lines. And then wherever the light is coming from, I'll give it shadow just so. I say this a lot, but I think it's always worth saying. Because the shadow always helps me flesh it out. And also you don't have to come back to that spot maybe so much anyways, I don't know. Like I just like to finish the area instead of doing like a whole sketch of something and then going in and filling it in. It almost feels like cheating to me, even though I've done it plenty of times and I've cheated many times in my life. There's some times when I'm doing certain drawings, even if it's just a certain section of the drawing where I don't like to feel like I'm cheating. And I like it to just be as spontaneous as it can possibly be. Because that's where like my style, like I can give it my style, and then that's how it comes to life, I guess, for me. The cops are after somebody. I still hear sirens out there. Besides some of the wonderful people I've met on this planet, art was always the most wonderful thing that ever happened to me. And from the earliest days of my life, I was always drawing and always creating little characters and I imagine I was always like making up songs. We were always making up songs too. You know how you do that kind of stuff? I'd be making up like symphonies of songs, and before I could ever play instruments, I was in bands. I made up these bands and with my friends, and my cousin and I named the band Music Making Monsters, and MMM. It was like our, so I did all these drawings with MMM in it and stuff, thinking, because to me we were just legit. New Kids had, New Kids on the Block was a thing back then, and their youngest Joey, he joined the band when he was 13. So hell yeah, we were famous already, even though we lived out in the country and nobody knew who we were. And I was using a tape deck to record our songs. And most of the time, my cousin couldn't even come over. She couldn't even come over to like be in the songs, so I would still just make them up on my own. Of course, I didn't start playing a guitar until I was about 15. And then, yeah, it was a very gradual learning. It was much learned in spurts. It was very gradual. But that was okay. Because it was the only way it was ever going to happen. This time around. Sometimes we eat the bar, and sometimes the bar eats you. I like drawing mouths. I laugh because I'm worried that people are wearing headphones. I wonder what you can hear if I'm not playing music or whatever. Because I always like listen to headphones and watch stuff, and it's amazing you can hear so much more stuff, obviously, when you have noise canceling headphones on. So it just cracks me up because people here just probably hear like the wind or me hitting my phone is on a mic or a music stand, so it's all metal, so it makes this like it sounds like a tetherball, like what do you call this, tetherball pole, a tetherball court. But anyways, I always just wonder what it's like for other people if they just, because I'm always just curious if as I wish I could be objective and just come to this channel. I certainly wouldn't watch it. That's why I just have so much admiration for the people that come here and just watch it. I'm just like, what the hell? People, you know, they become friends and stuff. It's insane. That's what I really like about this platform as opposed to others, because you have to earn your followers to a certain degree. There's a formula, sure, but I had to earn mine, that's for sure. And my friends are really cool. My moderators and just the people that follow me and hang out. And I've learned a lot over the past year. It's been a year now that I've gotten immersed into YouTube and started doing my videos and stuff. I mean, I always did before a year ago. I pretty much just did music videos and just random videos and stuff, um, and it was very rare that I'd even post something because I just never got. But then I posted like a video around March of last year, and it did really well. And I was thinking, oh wow, maybe I could do more of these and bulk up my YouTube audience. And that's what I did. I went from 200 something, like 250 followers at the beginning of the year to what it is now, almost 1,300. So I definitely worked hard for it. It's cool. And I really always just appreciate when people just hang out. Even sometimes, even when they're just here to like stir shit up. It's just funny to me that they would even waste their time on a channel like mine to do that kind of stuff. But then they don't realize that I do have moderators and people that watch my back. And this channel is, my videos that I put out, they used to be anyways, I mean, pretty much always are, besides my customer service videos and stuff. They're about art. It's the whole point of this channel. And I would love to just sit around with people and talk about art, but it's a whole lot different when I put out videos. They're always about art, usually. But then when people are in the chat here, they always talk about all sorts of stuff. Almost never about art. But I kind of always go off on these like weird tangents too, obviously. So, but it's always nice just to kick back like I was a minute ago and just really talk about how important I think art is, and to never like look at somebody else's work and be envious ever. There's no point in that. That's the If I were gonna give you any advice as a human from another artist to a beginning artist or something like that, it would be to never compare yourself to others, like ever. You can admire others, you know what I mean? And I take the bits and pieces of my favorite artists and I put them together just like I do with my music, you know? That's what everybody does. They borrow and it's like an homage, you know, but you don't with art there should never be any like absolutes and stuff, you know? We're not like Siths and stuff, you know? We're Jedis and stuff, you know? We don't speak in absolutes. Some of us in absolute vodka, sure, but not but you know what I mean. It's just a really weird, cool, strange world out there. And what an honor it is just to be alive. May May. May May. How the heck are you, girl? I'm drawing a nose. Are you tired? Well, oh, hold on a second. I'll do something. I'll sing you a song. It'll warm you up. Hopefully. And if it doesn't, at the very least, maybe it'll make you kind of sick. Get that adrenaline flowing. Get your sick bones flowing. Hmm? You have a good hitting bed. Okay, all right. Seems like you only come to my channel when you're hurting, and that's fine because I'm gonna heal you right now. Just listen to these words. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4. May sick, may sick. May don't get so sick. Why my don't get sick. May don't get sick. Take the heating pad, take the heating pad, and put it on your head. I'm not sure if that was the right song. I think that was the one for when you had a toothache. Hold on a second. Mammy's got a bucket on her head, a bucket on her head, a bucket on her head. Mammy's got a bucket on her head and a bucket on her head. Something like more like this. But you can put in whatever words you want. You can just interchange anything you want in here. It could be like, the other day I found out my dog is dead, my dog is dead, my dog is dead. You know, you could just someone named my frog and Fred. They named him Fred. They named the frog Fred. And I dance over tombstones. I dance over golden showers in the distance. Oh, that got gross. Devil's overhead, angels in the carpet, devil. I was watching Prophecy last night, and the imagery in that movie is pretty ugly. Pretty ugly. Hello, my name's Pretty Ugly. What? Huh, Mr. What? My Mr. Ugly, Pretty Ugly. You're But what's your first name? Pretty. Oh, how do you spell that? Pritteeyy. Why? Oh, I just wanted to know. No. There's 3 Y's. Oh, right. And your last name? How do you spell that? Just how it sounds. Why not? Oh, hey, I'm sorry. Your teacher got fired? Well, I'm really glad I didn't sing the next verse then. Yeah, I'm sorry. I always try to lighten the mood. That's the kind of person I am. I try to lighten the mood, and sometimes I can't read a room. I was raised on popsicle sticks and waffle bones. You know that, man. You know what to expect when you come here. Eternal, musical, and artistic creative salvation. That's right. And I will suck the joy out of the room, I tell you what. And if I do, I'm sorry. But yeah, no, that sucks. Your teacher got fired. What the heck? I hope she's okay. Or him. I don't know. Did you say she? Oh yeah, her. I'm drawing a great big eye because I am a narcissist. I. No, I'm just drawing an eye. I'm drawing me. No, I'm drawing an eye. No, oh gosh. You can't escape it. You narcissistic, vermicious little chud. I was gonna say pug, like a dog. You little pug. What did they call the um in Willow? What did they call the little people? Oh god dang. Pecks. They call them pecks. Out of the way, peck. It was the 80s. Everyone was doing it. You should have seen the chickens. They were pecking people's heads off. The little pecks. Those hard pipe hitting, little chicken head pecking, mother, whatever. You get the gist. I try to stay positive on this channel. I try to keep my three chins up in the air, where they will catch the wind and set me to sail towards the nearest island out in the middle of somewhere out in the Pacific, I imagine. I'm pretty bloody far away from the Atlantic. Like, very far. I'm pretty much on the other side of the world. I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't know how long I've been here. That fucking bird just scared the shit out of me outside it. You son of a bitch bird, you're trying to take my glory. You're trying to take my YouTube friends. You son of a... What the... Nice story? Yeah, Terry. What's up, man? Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. Why? What's going on? What? Is everything okay? Yeah, we were just kind of concerned. No, yeah, I'm good. Are you, what were you concerned about? Well, you're being a little bitch, so we were just concerned a little bit. No, yeah, yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good. Thank you, though. I'm fine. Do you have any windshield wiper fluid? Yeah, we have plenty. But yeah, okay. We're watching. Yeah. Oh, I know. I know. Believe me. Okay, over and out. Over and out. Stop saying over and out. It's not a walkie-talkie. It's basically the house PA. It's always on. It's always. Terry's one of my 7 producers. He's in a separate wing of the building that I'm sealed off from. It's a long story. It starts back in 1973. You love her like a friend. You miss her already. I'm sorry. Well, maybe after you're... I'm sure, you could probably, if she's not a teacher, you could probably be friends with her on Facebook. Or wait until you're I think you're almost out of high school. And then you can be friends with her. Or, I mean, depending on what happened. Maybe, I don't know, but, it's not like maybe, it's probably not the last time you could see her if you guys were, close or something like that, if you guys were friends. If the feeling was mutual, is all I'm saying. Just trying to keep it real, is all I'm saying. There we go. Now that looks fully evil. Isn't that right? Compared to that little bugger? Look at that little bugger. And these teeth. The teeth that I haven't even put in yet. What was I thinking? Handsome teeth. And another little bottom lip right there. Perfect. Now that is what I call entertainment. Alright, Maymay. Well, I hope the rest of the night goes good for you. I'm gonna sign off. I just wanted to I've already been out here for an hour. The heck? I hope your day goes better. And I'm sorry about your teacher. But yeah, I'm sure you guys can still be friends, I'm sure. But that sucks that she can't be your teacher anymore. Everybody else, I hope you're having a wonderful night. Thanks for hanging out, listening, watching, dabbling in the creative spirit. Dabbling in the zone a little bit. See, I did it. I was tapping into the zone there. You heard it. I shall sing a departing song. It's called The Goodbye. The Goodbye Song. Goodbye, my love, I'm leaving now. I'm leaving now. Goodbye, my love, I'm going inside to heat up yesterday's dinner. I'm gonna go inside and walk the dog and pet my cat. She's on the front lawn. There's a turtle crossing the road, and a mosquito biting my neck, and there's blood coming out of my feet, in between my toes and behind my back. They're watching, always watching. Gotta go, shower and more. Shave my toes, count my blessings, that's right, and I smell the rose. In my backyard, I gotta go. What the hell's stopping me? Shit. Alright, you heard it here first. And that was absolutely the last. Y'all take care. Take it airs easy now. I love you so dang much. Bye, Mimi.